Assalamualaikum and hi everyone. Have a good start to your day by studying with us on a topic about the radioactive chemical element in group 3 of the periodic table, which is actinium. Enjoy!
Actinium is a radioactive chemical element and was discovered in 1899 by the brain and was named after the Greek word actin was ray. A ton of pitch brain ore contains about 0.15 mg of actinium. The red silvery white metal is highly radioactive, which is glowing blue in the dark. Actinium is a rare element that is present in uranium arrays in tiny amounts, but it is cheaper and easier to create actinium when it is needed by bombarding uranium with neutrons in a nuclear reactor.
Hi, I'm Faiza and here are the objectives of this study. First of all is to determine the physical and chemical properties of actinium. Next, to observe the bond that can be formed within the element or with another element. Also, to identify the electron configuration and to observe the structures of actinium. Other than that, to investigate the hybrid orbital of actinium, and lastly, to elaborate the atomic spectra of actinium.
Hi, I'm Nurshazir Ardiani. For the physical properties of actinium, it exists as solid in the room temperature. It also has a silvery white color when in solid state, but when in solution it is colorless. It has boiling point of 3200 degrees Celsius and melting point of 1050 degrees Celsius with a density of 10 grams per cubic centimeters nearing the room temperature. For the chemical properties of actinium, it is very radioactive, and due to its radioactivity that ionizes the air around it, the metal can glow pale blue in the dark. It also reacts with moisture and oxygen to form a white coating of actinium oxide to prevent further oxidation. When it reacts with water, hydrogen gases are produced. Actinium is highly electropositive and therefore it has a low electronegativity of 1.1 as well as low ionization energy of 5.17. Actinium has the oxidation states of positive 3.
Hi, my name is Adam Stephen and I'm going to talk about bond that can form with actinium. Actinium is actually located in the d block elements. This is because actinium d orbitals is not completely filled, and before the filling of the d orbitals, the f orbital starts to get filled. Hence, they are considered as the part of the d block elements. Therefore, actinium has a metallic bonding because of the overlapping d orbitals and a covalent bonding by the unpaired d orbitals electrons.
Hi, I'm Faiza and I will be talking about the electron configuration for actinium. To simplify the orbital diagram, the electron configuration for actinium in a ground state is radon 6d1 7s2. In electron configuration, the energy will increase from left to right, and that is why 7s2 comes after 6d1. Also, 7s2 has a higher energy than 6d1, where oversimplification concept applied because the s sublevel is filled before the d sublevel.
In CT Masalah, the structure of actinium can be shown in atomic structure, Lewis structure, and crystal structure. In atomic structure of actinium, the electron per shell is 2A1832-1892. Nucleus of actinium consists of 89 protons and 138 neutrons. In actinium Lewis dot structure, there are 2 valence electrons in the outermost shell. The crystal structure of actinium can be shown in both C style and split filling style. The space group number is 2 to 5 and the structure is cubic spec.
Hi, I'm Afnan. A hybrid orbital is an orbital formed by the combination of two or more atomic orbitals. Resulting orbital has different shape and energy than component orbitals that form. Hybridization is used to model molecular geometry and to explain atomic bonding. Hybridization explains molecular structure when the valence bond theory failed to correctly predict them. Experimentally observe that bond angles in organic compounds are close to 109 degrees, 120 degrees or 180 degrees. Based on VSEPR theory, electron pairs repel each other. The bonds and lone pairs around central atom generally separated by the largest possible angles. For example, beryllium chloride is linear in shape with the bond angle of 180 degrees. Since hybrid orbitals only apply to non-metal elements that not in the octet or duplet states, so actinium is categorized as metal element would not form such orbitals.
Hi, I'm DK. Atomic spectra are defined as the spectrum of the electromagnetic radiation emitted or absorbed by an electron ring transition between different energy levels within an atom. For actinium, small samples of the atomic spectra were produced by transmitting radium. It has been investigated spectroscopically by photographing the spectra of light. The wavelength was measured as it is necessary to observe the spectra of actinium from a considerable range of wavelengths, from 2558.08 to 7866.10 angstrom. Other than that, to determine and detect actinium, relative intensities of the actinium also estimated, and 109 strong lines are presented. The strongest line that had been observed has a 2626.44 angstrom of wavelength and 500 intensity in the spark.
Actinium is a radioactive chemical element in group 3 of the periodic table. Actinium has its own chemical properties such as it's very radioactive, thus it can be the neutron source of energy. For the chemical reaction, it reacts with water producing hydrogen gases, and when it reacts with moisture and oxygen, white coating of actinium oxide appears. This happens to prevent any further oxidation for the metal. It also has a low electronegativity of 1.1 and low ionization energy of 5.17. The oxidation state for actinium is positive 3. For its physical properties, it has very silvery white color when in solid state and colorless when in solution. It has a boiling point of 3200 degrees Celsius and melting point of 1050 degrees Celsius with density of 10 grams per cubic centimeters nearing room temperature. Due to the overlapping d orbitals, it can form metallic bonds, and because of the unpaired d orbital electrons, it can form covalent bonds. The electron configuration for actinium is in a ground state is radon 6d1 7s2. In addition, for its structure, it consists of 89 protons and 138 neutrons. However, actinium will not form a hybrid orbital since it can be considered as a metal element. Besides, for actinium, the small samples of the atomic spectra were produced by transmitting radium.
So, this is the references that we have gathered for this PBL question. That's all from us. Thank you.